After months of leaks, rumors, FCC filings, blurry photos, and endless speculation, we finally have something much more reliable: the retail box itself. And honestly, I think the most interesting thing about this leak isn't what DJI confirmed, it's what they quietly didn't. Because if you've been following the Pocket 4P story, there are a few features people have been hoping for ever since the Pocket 3. Some of those hopes are now looking much less likely, and while the Pocket 4P still looks like an incredible camera, I think there are going to be a lot of creators who look at these confirmed specifications and say, wait a minute, that's not exactly what I was expecting. So let's go through everything that appears to be confirmed by the retail packaging, what it tells us about DJI's strategy, and why I think the Pocket 4P and Luna Ultra are now heading in two completely different directions. Let's start with the good news because there is a lot of it. The retail box confirms the dual camera system that we've been hearing about for months. DJI is clearly positioning this as a camera that can handle both wide cinematic shots and tighter portrait-style compositions without relying entirely on digital zoom. That's a big deal because one of the biggest limitations of pocket cameras has always been flexibility. You either move your feet or accept a digital crop. Now, for the first time in the Pocket lineup, you have two dedicated focal lengths built directly into the camera. The box also confirms the enhanced 1-inch sensor with a claimed 17 stops of dynamic range. Whether that number holds up in real-world testing remains to be seen, but the fact that DJI is even advertising dynamic range this aggressively tells us something important. They want creators to see the Pocket 4P as more than a vlogging camera. They want it to be viewed as a serious imaging tool. Then we have D-Log 2. Again, that's another feature aimed directly at creators who care about grading, color flexibility, and professional workflows. A few years ago, nobody expected pocket-sized cameras to be talking about dynamic range and advanced log profiles. Today, it's becoming a major selling point. The box also confirms 4K at 240 frames per second, which is honestly insane for something that still fits in your pocket. Whether you'll actually use 240 FPS every day is another discussion, but having that capability opens up some very creative possibilities. Storage has also increased to 103 gigabytes built in. That's a noticeable jump, and something many Pocket users will appreciate, especially people who travel frequently and don't want to constantly offload footage. We also now know that the standard combo includes an LED fill light. That's actually a surprisingly useful addition. Most creators won't use it all the time, but for indoor shooting, restaurant footage, quick travel clips, or late night vlogs, having a light included in the box is much better than needing to buy another accessory. The Pro combo appears to go further, bundling the LED light together with the remote controller and microphone. So DJI is clearly trying to create a more complete creator package rather than forcing everyone into separate purchases. We also have confirmation that the Pocket 4P will be available in white, which I know sounds like a small detail, but DJI rarely makes color decisions without thinking carefully about market positioning. A white version immediately makes the product feel a little more lifestyle focused and creator focused compared to traditional black camera gear. And based on current information, a mid-June release is looking increasingly likely. Now, everything I've mentioned so far sounds fantastic, but this is where things start getting interesting, because while the retail box confirms a lot of good things, it also quietly answers several questions that some people aren't going to like. The first one is probably the biggest. There is still no sign of native 4K vertical recording. Think about that for a second. We are talking about one of the most popular creator cameras on the planet, a camera that will be used heavily for shorts, reels, TikTok, and vertical first content. Yet after all the rumors and expectations, there is still no evidence that DJI finally delivered true native 4K vertical recording. Now that doesn't automatically mean it won't be there, but if it were one of the headline features, you would expect DJI to advertise it very aggressively. That's exactly the kind of thing social media creators would immediately understand. And yet it's missing. I think that's going to disappoint a lot of people because vertical content is no longer a niche use case. For many creators, it's the primary format. The second surprise involves D-Log 2. The box confirms D-Log 2, which sounds fantastic, until you realize it appears to be limited to the main camera. The current information suggests the 3x telephoto camera may not support D-Log 2 at all, and if that's true, it tells us something very important. The telephoto lens is there for flexibility. The main camera is still where DJI expects you to get your best image quality. That brings us to the third point. A lot of people saw a 1-inch sensor and assumed both cameras would somehow benefit equally, but that doesn't appear to be the case. When you're using the 3x telephoto camera, you're no longer getting the full benefits of that 1-inch sensor. Again, we need final testing to confirm exactly how this works, but based on current information, the telephoto system comes with compromises, which honestly isn't surprising. Physics still exists. You can't just cram a huge sensor, a telephoto lens, advanced stabilization, dual cameras, and a pocket-sized body together without trade-offs. But I think some people imagined the telephoto camera would basically deliver the same image quality as the main camera with more reach. That doesn't appear to be what DJI built. And then there's another detail that I can't stop thinking about. No 6K. For months we've heard rumors about 6K recording, yet on the retail box, DJI highlights 4K 240, D-Log 2, dynamic range, zoom, stabilization, storage, and tracking. No mention of 6K. Again, that's not proof it doesn't exist. But if 6K were one of the major selling points, why wouldn't DJI put it front and center? The absence is interesting, and I think it tells us something about how DJI views this product. Because the more I look at these specifications, the more I realize Pocket 4P is not trying to be a spec monster. It's trying to be a refined camera, and that brings us to Luna Ultra. Because I think the difference between these two products is becoming much clearer now. Luna Ultra seems focused on experimentation, touchable screens, head tracking, modular workflows, new creator experiences. Pocket 4P seems focused on refinement, better optics, better zoom, better image quality, better stabilization. Neither approach is necessarily right or wrong. They're just solving different problems. One company is asking, how can we improve the camera? The other is asking, how can we improve the creator experience? And honestly, that's what makes this competition so interesting. Because for the first time in years, DJI isn't competing against a company that's simply trying to copy them. They're competing against a company that is approaching the category from a completely different direction. So after seeing these confirmed specifications, my overall impression is actually very positive. The Pocket 4P looks like a serious upgrade. The dual camera system is real. The dynamic range claims are ambitious. The storage increase is welcome. The accessories look thoughtful. And the overall package feels much more mature than I expected. But at the same time, I think this leak quietly confirms that some of the most requested creator features may still be missing. No obvious 4K vertical recording, no D-Log 2 on the telephoto lens, no clear sign of 6K, and a telephoto system that appears to come with compromises. The question now isn't whether Pocket 4P will be good. I think it's going to be very good. The real question is whether DJI focused on the things creators wanted most. And I have a feeling the comment section is about to become very interesting.